I'm going to make this quick. Here are all of the things that we saw during the briefing of the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked of July 2025. There are 3 things shown here: the Galaxy Z Fold7, the Z Flip7 series, and also the Galaxy Watch 8 series. Everything is timestamped down below, so you can skip to whichever section that you want to know more about. Now, let's begin. Do hit that like and subscribe button, as we will also have a gaming test and full review of the Galaxy Z Fold7 when it arrives. So do let us know down in the comment section below, what do you want us to test on those devices. So starting off with the Galaxy Z Fold7 first. Even though all of the teasers say that this is an Ultra phone, it's actually going to be just called the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold7. But Samsung claims that everything about it is Ultra. Let's talk about the colors first, as I think the choices this year are quite good. So we have it in the blue shadow color, jet black, silver shadow, and the online exclusive mint color, which was unfortunately not shown during our hands-on session. Personally, if the mint color has a nice hue, I would pick that. Otherwise, the blue shadow is my pick. The physical dimensions of the Galaxy Z Fold7 has a huge change compared to its predecessors. It's now 8.9mm when folded and only 4.2mm when unfolded. It's superbly thin and barely thicker than the USB-C port. The measurement is discounting the camera bump, of course. The weight is cut down to only 215 grams, which is even lighter than the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Since many people have been asking for a wider Galaxy Z Fold device, Samsung took heed and made the Galaxy Z Fold7 to be 64.9mm wide when folded. Samsung claims that this will enable a better typing experience with the virtual keyboard, but I'm not really concerned about it since I use swipe typing anyway. The hinge has gotten an overhaul too. It is now much smaller than before, and it is now called the Armor Flex hinge. The inner screen now bends in a water droplet design with its multi-rail hinge structure, and the display is now strengthened by a grade 4 titanium lattice underneath. The ultra thin glass is, on the contrary, now 50% thicker than the previous one, and it also has a new adhesive material to stick on the foldable display better. When unfolded, the new Galaxy Z Fold7 has an 8-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display. It's 11% larger than the Z Fold6, but there are 2 catches. Number 1, the under-display camera for the selfie has been removed, so there's a permanent black hole at the unfolded display now. The second catch is that there will be no S Pen support. Zero. None. Zilch. And I believe that those 2 things are because the Z Fold7 has to be as thin as possible, and those features have to go. So give and take, I suppose. And a bit of specs about the Galaxy Z Fold7. It is using the Snapdragon 8 Elite 4 Galaxy chipset, just like the S25 series, and we'll be definitely doing a gaming test on this foldable phone, even though it will be very similar to the other thin foldable device that we reviewed a few months ago. The battery capacity and charging speeds are the same as before, so 4400 mAh and also 25 watts of charging. The numbers here don't matter because the real life test will make more sense. Now, the Ultra cameras. I have to say the camera bump behind the Galaxy Z Fold7 is actually quite thick, but it is at least parked to the side and does not use that big circular design, which is hideous. The Galaxy Z Fold7 is the first ever foldable phone to be using a 200 megapixel main camera sensor, and the 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera now also has autofocusing lens. Disappointingly though, the telephoto camera remains the same, so 10 megapixels at 3 times optical zoom. The selfie camera on both the inner and outer displays got an upgrade too. They are now both using 10 megapixel sensors with a 100-degree wide angle, which is 15-degree wider than before. Now, its post-processing capabilities for the photography part also got an upgrade, as it is now using the next generation Pro Visual engine, so I presume better night shots. and it also has support for 10-bit HDR videos too. Now for the software side of things, the Galaxy Z Fold7 will come shipped with One UI 8. There will be more AI experiences with Google's Gemini and also a better UI for larger displays. Circle to search will now also be working in games, so if you're just in a game, you want to find a guide or whatever for one particular boss, then you can invoke circle to search within the game. So it's a bit more handy to, bring up the search and whatnot. Of course, the Galaxy Z Fold7 will also be getting 7 generations of Android OS support and also 7 years of security updates. Now it's time for the Z Flip7. Many things will be the same as the Galaxy Z Fold7, so I will probably go through the details here a bit faster. Starting with the colors, it is available in Blue Shadow, Jet Black, Coral Red, and also an online exclusive mint color that was not shown during our hands-on session. Personally, I would have picked the coral or mint color if the hue is right. Samsung really knows what they're doing by swaying away from all of the boring colors that we had for the past few years. Now, for the cover display, it is now a 4.1-inch edge-to-edge flex window display that has holes for the cameras to pass through, and the display literally fits into all of the tiny little gaps that it has. I'm not sure how to apply a screen protector on this, but we'll see. The flex window display now also has been upgraded with a maximum of 2600 nits and 120Hz refresh rate too. We'll test out all of those things when we get our hands on the unit, of course, so do remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that. When unfolded, we now have a 6.9-inch nice display inside, and it is a dynamic AMOLED 2X display. The Galaxy Z Flip7 is also thinner than before, and while it is not obvious, when I do place the predecessor and the new Z Flip7 side by side, then yeah, you can definitely see the difference. It can also be felt when I hold the device in my hands, and it's actually quite obvious. The hinge has also been upgraded to be using the new Armor Flex hinge, just like the Galaxy Z Fold7, alongside with the Grade 4 titanium lattice underneath the display to make it stronger. The ultra thin glass is also 50% thicker alongside with new adhesive material to stick to the display. And here comes the hardware specs, as these things are gonna be funky. At least for our region, the new Galaxy Z Flip7 will be using the new Exynos 2500 that was announced like 2 weeks ago. If you haven't already know, the Exynos 2500 is using Samsung's latest 3nm node with a gate-all-around transistor architecture. We will definitely test it out when we get our hands on it, so again, do subscribe so you don't miss out on that. The battery capacity on the Z Flip7 has also been increased to 4300 mAh, and the charging speed remains the same as before. Again, the numbers here don't matter, real life tests matters. The software side of things is basically the same as the Galaxy Z Fold7, as it will also come with One UI 8 out of the box, with 7 generations of Android OS upgrades and 7 years of security patches. But there are some exclusive features with the Flex window. First, voice commands for AI stuff will now work directly on the cover display. It also has a new UI, so that's a nice bonus. Google Lens will also work with the Flex window as well, alongside with Now Bar and Now Breathe. I mean, we can do more things and do them faster on the cover display without unfolding the phone, so I think that's a nice bonus. By the way, one of the new features is the One UI stretched clock font. It adapts to your wallpaper and stretches the clock accordingly to fill in the gaps, and it can also be done on the Flex window. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any footage for this, but you can see all of the One UI 8 beta testers testing out this lock screen. It's actually the same. Now let's talk about the cameras. We still only have 2 cameras here, 50 megapixels main and 12 megapixels for the ultra wide angle camera, and another 10 megapixel selfie camera for the unfolded display. While the hardware didn't change, the software did. It now has the same next generation Pro Visual Engine for noise reduction and also 10-bit HDR video support, just like the Galaxy Z Fold7. Now we'll move on to the third phone that was announced. Yes, it's actually a surprise. This is the first ever FE that we have in the Z Flip series. Now, before you get too excited, the Galaxy Z Flip7 FE is basically the Galaxy Z Flip6 with a new coat of paint, as in available now in black and white colors. While it has the exact same hardware as the Galaxy Z Flip6 from last year, it does have One UI 8 out of the box alongside with the latest bells and whistles that the Z Flip7 is getting, alongside with 7 generations of Android OS upgrades and 7 years of security patches. It is also now using the Exynos 2400 chipset instead of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Not sure about other regions, but yeah, Exynos 2400 at least for us here in Malaysia. Again, the chipset is actually doing just fine. You can check out our other video where we talk about it in depth on the S24 Plus that is also using the Exynos 2400 chipset. Links are at the top right corner there or down in the description below. Oh, Samsung is also taking their Care Plus warranty program to a new level. They are now offering a new tier with 3-year unlimited repair, only available for the new Galaxy Z Fold7 and Z Flip7. It is cross-compatible with selected countries, if that's the right word. For example, if I buy the Samsung Care Plus here in Malaysia and then I go to the UK or something like that, and I need to utilize my Care Plus, so I can contact them and then Samsung will send someone to collect the device from me and send it to the nearest Samsung service center, and then once it's repaired, they will send back to me directly. And I was told that this also works during public holidays or it's late at night if I'm not mistaken, so that's gonna be a real good thing to have. Now let's talk about the new Galaxy Watch 8 series. I'm calling it a series because there are technically 4 new smartwatches, but I'm being petty with the details here. So the Galaxy Watch 8 series now uses a new cushion design, which is to say it's a squircle, which is the same as what we had on the Galaxy Watch Ultra. The Galaxy Watch 8 is available in both 40 and 40mm sizes, just like before, in both graphite and silver colors. It is also 11% thinner than before, and I think that's great. It's just sleeker now. The Galaxy Watch 8 Classic is available in 46mm size only in both black and white colors. What's interesting is that the Watch Classic now also has the third button at the side, just like this button here on the Galaxy Watch Ultra. This third button, however, is missing from the Watch 8. Of course, since it is the Classic, the rotating bezel makes a return too. A lot of people love the rotating bezels, so this watch is practically made for you. By the way, the Galaxy Watch 8 and Watch 8 Classic are using the same dynamic lug system for the straps, just like the Watch Ultra. This is important as it means all of the existing straps will not work unless you have an adapter for it. They are also using the same chipset as the Galaxy Watch Ultra alongside a 50% brighter screen and 8% larger battery. For location tracking, the Watch 8 and Classic now has dual GPS for precise tracking. As for the Galaxy Watch Ultra, there are literally no changes at all. Instead, Samsung is just doubling the Watch Ultra storage, the internal storage, from 32 gigs to 64 gigs. If you download your Spotify playlist offline, then yes, this feature will be perfect for you, but not for me, unfortunately. Samsung also added a new titanium blue color for the Galaxy Watch Ultra, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Remember the controversy last year when a lot of people were saying Samsung was following Apple's color scheme for their watches? Yeah, I also said that Samsung could have just released the Galaxy Watch Ultra with a Samsung blue color, and yeah, they practically did it now, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. As for the software, the Galaxy Watch 8 series will run One UI 8 Watch on top of Wear OS 6. Gemini is also built into the smartwatches too. The design language for One UI 8 Watch will be in this pew-shaped design, and it is used practically everywhere in the tiles and whatnot. The now bar is also on the watch face, so you can get access to those things easily and quickly as well. As for new features, we now have something called bedtime guidance that detects our irregular sleep time and suggests the time that we should go to sleep. While sleeping, the watch can also detect our vascular load. This is important as it can tell us how our heart is behaving when we are sleeping. The smartwatch can now also become our running coach as it analyzes our running performance and then personalizes the coaching plan and gives us real-time feedback. One of the new features that I didn't have the time to try is the antioxidant index. It measures if we are smoking, stress, taking in alcohol, overeating, and all of those things alongside with the carotenoid detection via our skin, and it gives us a score based on our lifestyle. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the word right. Carotenoid. Yeah, I'll just leave it on the screen here. This carotenoid detection via our skin is brand new, and the Galaxy Watch 8 series will be the first ever smartwatch in the world to be able to do this. So that's an achievement. Oof. Yeah, that's all that we have to share now, and we will definitely be testing these devices when we get our hands on them. So do let me know down in the comments section below, what do you want us to test? Do hit that like and subscribe button to our channel as well, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Probably the unboxing video and also the gaming test video. It's gonna be a busy few weeks. Yeah.